take a look at this picture. When our hearts break open, we truly have the opportunity to fly and to soar. It doesn't seem that way when in the middle of the pain, but the process of recovery is one of hope and joy and an inner healing that takes place in us and hopefully in our loved ones. Tonight's focus is that loving conversation can make a difference, using Balm Conversations and motivational interviewing to prevent and help your loved one recover from overdose. First, I'd like to start with the agenda for the evening. We're starting with an introduction to the ideas underlying our premise that conversations can help you help your loved one. And then Mike and I, that's this slideshow. Then Mike and I will have a conversation about the balm and the motivational interviewing. When we're complete, Lori Bolin will share her story of how Balm helped her restore healthy love and connection in her family before and after overdose. And then Kathy Tracy will share her story of losing her beloved son to overdose and the path she has chosen to heal and to help other families help their loved ones to live. Here are some of the terms we'll use this evening. Love, peace, connection, rapport, tone, relationship, loving path. These words are part of the lifeblood of our program. And we share them with you and invite you to embrace these ideas into your heart. This is one of my favorite childhood quotes. In choosing a path, ask yourself, does this path have a heart? If it does, the path is good. If it doesn't, it is of no use. We call Balm the loving path to family recovery because it is grounded in peace and it embodies love and connection. And I'd like to start by just giving you a very brief overview of the Balm Conversation. We're doing like just little kind of droplets of what we do every day with families in our classes, in our workshops, not to try to sell you on it, but to give you the overview that you need to understand what we'll be sharing tonight. And why we think that these conversations and this way of being that we teach really does provide a possibility for families that we see happening every day. So a Balm Conversation is grounded in peace, objectivity, and awareness. These are the precursors of having the conversation. It starts with love. You state the facts. You share your concerns with your loved one without any judgment. A Balm Conversation includes deep listening and loving honesty, and it ends with love. The first step of our 7 steps to be a loving mirror, and the 7 steps are the core of the Balm program. The first step is be the peace you wish to see in the world. So I ask you, what is your daily peace practice? We've found it in the Balm critical to have one. As the Dalai Lama says, be kind whenever possible, and it's always possible. In a Balm Conversation, you speak heart to heart, and your conversation goes under the radar of your loved one's denial, so that they hear your heart speaking to them, and their hijacked brain, which is saying, no, 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 misses it, doesn't even catch it. That's the idea of a Balm Conversation, heart to heart, under the radar of denial. And this is seen through your loving tone, the peace underlying your words, the facts shared in a conversational way, your lack of judgment or advice giving, and your persistent, repeated, loving approach. If our loved ones got it the first time, there would be no need for balm, no need for us to sit here. If we as family members got it the first time, we also wouldn't need extensive programs and tools. Love conquers all. There's often a lot of effort, however, in the process. And your only responsibility to another adult human being is to be a loving person. I love this quote. See what you think of it. Water drops pierce stone. Rope saws cut wood. Balm conversations are like a drip, drip, drip from your heart to theirs. Water drops pierce stone. Rope saws cut wood. And now let's look at motivational interviewing. Motivational interviewing, for years, thought to just be tools and techniques, amazing tools and techniques, but nonetheless, just tools and techniques. I had a conversation with the author of Motivational Interviewing, the co-author, William Miller, a few years back when I was writing my book. And he shared his great disappointment that so many people didn't get it, that the tools are the icing on the cake. The spirit of motivational interviewing is what makes it such a powerful, effective tool. It's grounded in love, like the balm. It begins with rapport building. In motivational interviewing, we ask questions to help the loved one find their true path. And there's a very specific way we teach you to do this. We invite the loved one to speak their truth without being judged or scorned. We utilize tools that bring out more information from the loved one to help them find their path. And we end with rapport building. Motivational interviewing and Balm conversations, a beautiful combination. You use motivational interviewing to help your loved one find their way, not yours. And I like this quote, life is a mountain. Your goal is to find your path, not to reach the top. What if we could all see our loved ones as being on a journey to find their path and not be pressuring them to get where we think they ought to go, but simply to be there in conversation with them? And what if depression is in fact a form of grief for our own lives not being as they should? What if it's a form of grief for the connections we have lost yet still need, whether our loved ones are using or in recovery? That connection is vital. It's vital for them and it's vital for us. And we can learn a new way of relating that reduces the pain of interaction when they're doing the wrong thing and allows for love and connection to be the primary feeling shared, regardless of what their lives look like on the outside. Peace is the way. Love is the path. Connection is the key. And when Johann Hari came out with his line, the opposite of addiction is not sobriety, it's human connection. I got calls from all over the world from Balmers. Other people are saying this too. The Balm is about love and connection. And people all over the world are catching it, are getting it. And we're thrilled about that. And our hope is that you will use what you learn here tonight to begin or deepen your path to connection with those you love as you together walk the loving path to family recovery.